Okay, let's look at how some of the possible solutions to the midweek assignment for week 2. Notice we have 4 entities. Each entity, one of the things we needed to identify after reading the rules was to identify the primary keys and the foreign keys. It's not that difficult to identify the primary key in plan because the only unique plan ID. For job, job ID. For employee, employee ID. But now when we look at the benefit is considered a bridge entity so that we could break up a many-to-many relationship between plan and employee. So if I look at the employee ID, there are duplicates, so that's not the primary. When I look at plan ID, there's duplicates by itself. It's not the primary. But if we combine the two, then we would come up with unique rows. So in the benefit, we have a composite to make up the primary key. Now, when we look at foreign keys, now remember, a foreign key means that the primary must exist in another entity, and it has the same format, so it would be an foreign key. For instance, in my employee, in order to get to the job description, I hold the job ID, which links back to the primary key of the ID. So that makes job ID the foreign key for job. Now, when I look through these, again, we have some more. Again, in the employee, the foreign key is job ID. Now, if I look at my benefit, in order to get to the plan ID, its foreign key goes to the primary plan. The same way for employee ID. Its foreign key goes to employee primary. So for the benefit, the foreign key, we have 2 foreign keys. Now, if we look at job, it does not have any key links to another entity. Neither does plan, so neither one would have foreign keys. Okay? Okay, the next thing we need to look for is if there's entity integrity. Okay, now remember, entity integrity is the constraint, and it refers to how the primary key is put together, and also that same format is applied to the foreign key or to any composite components of any of the two. Okay, so let's look at these. Now we start looking at a possible answer again. The employee, yes, it does have entity because the employee ID value, if we look at it, they're unique and they have no nulls. Now remember, I sent out the zeros here represent a record that does not exist. Therefore, we're not looking at zeros or nulls. That's the same in every entity display. Just something that worked out in Access. It's nothing that is intentional. Okay. Now, when we look at benefit, yes, because it uses a combination and it's unique. And there's no identifiers. So on both together. Same thing in job. It's unique. There's no nulls. Same in plan. It's unique and no nulls. So that's how we answer the entity. Now, when we start looking at the referential integrity, it refers to the foreign keys. And it means that the foreign key in one table must refer to a primary key in another table. Okay. So referential is for the foreign, entity is for the primary. Now again, when we look at these, it only refers to the ones that we have foreign keys in. So we don't have foreign keys in 2, so we would not refer to any referential integrity to those. However, the job ID is the same format in job and employee. So we would have referential integrity here. There's unique in the job table. Again, foreign keys can't have duplicates. Same thing in plan. When we look at the plan ID, now remember, Job and plan do not have foreign's. It's only the benefit. So when I look at the plan, there is no foreign key to refer back to, just like job. Now when I look at the benefit, there's two foreign keys here. The employee ID, again, refers back to employee. There is referential integrity because it's unique in the primary, and the foreign key is the same format. Plan ID is the same way going back to the plan. So when I look at it, again, each job for the employee, each job ID value in the employee points to an existing one in the job ID for the job. Same way for the benefit. The two foreign keys refer back to the primary key in the entities. Each one is valid and each one is unique and does not have any nulls. Now this is just a look at how we would work between the two. Hope you do good inside the next one. Continue on.